Hello Flosstube. My name is Kim. If you don't know me, I run KLT Charting, which is a little independent business on the website, on the internet. Excuse me, sorry. Yes, KLT Charting sells DMC threads, accessories, charts. I started off as mainly a charter, but I digressed into a lot of other stuff. I also do my own hand-dyed fabric and threads. And I like to mess around here on Flosstube. So, hello, if you are a subscriber and you know me before, thank you for coming back. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, hello, welcome. I hope I don't scare you off or appear too weird. Filming as usual in my cabin. And I mentioned last time the weather. Oh, so sick of the weather. But this week, Wednesday, Tuesday wasn't too bad, but Wednesday, oh, it was lovely. Lovely, proper, gorgeous spring day. I had the window open in the cabin, I had the door open, the dog was lying in the sun. It was heaven. And then today we're back to miserable. So, if it looks a bit gloomy outside, that's why. Today is Friday, the 27th of February. And it has been 2 weeks since my last video. I am just about keeping up with my schedule. It is a little bit later in the day than the last few that I filmed. Just I had a bit of a morning, just stuff, and then was dyeing March's limited edition colours, which I don't know why just seemed to take forever today. It was a normal dye lot, 6 pieces of fabric, 2 lots of threads. That is what I usually do when I dye the new colour for the previews. But yeah, today just seemed to take ages. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because my back's hurting. I have had a really bad backache the last couple of weeks for reasons. But yeah, so a little bit later in the day, but I'm hoping if I can get this filmed now, then I can get it edited, and then it will probably be uploaded this evening, I hope. Maybe. So, we'll do stitching first, as always, and then we will do KLT charting stuff, new releases, and talk about my sales and stuff. And then I do have I did a giveaway in my last video, which I will do the draw for to see who's won, which would be nice. So stitching, I have been stitching since my last video, where I had been working on Elder because it was myth. So my last video was the 13th, and literally I didn't stitch on the 13th, but the next day I went back to stitching and I went back to Computer Wizard. And then I didn't, so I stitched the Saturday, the Sunday, the Monday, didn't on the Tuesday or the Wednesday. Did Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but then I haven't stitched at all this week. So my figures aren't brilliant. I've done 2,242 tent stitches on Computer Wizard, and this is how it looked last time I saw you. And then this is how it looks after those 2,242 stitches. And I'm so happy because I had 2 really significant landmarks, so to speak. So first of all, I have finally, after years and years and years, well, like 13 years, coming up on 14, I think May will be 14 years, I finally reached the 50% mark. I'm hoping it doesn't take me another 13 and a half, 14 years, but there we go. I have made, in that time, I have made 2 humans and a business. Life. But yeah. So I reached the 50% mark, and I had another page finish. So you can just see, I just tipped over into the next page just a little bit, which I'm happy with. Yes, I haven't stitched that much this week, but that's because my evenings have been manic. We have a new round of myth started today at midnight, well, this morning, 15 hours ago, because it's 3:30. I'm not playing in this round. We will play in part 2, my clan, but I still run it. So there was set up for that and admin. There was a whole lot of behind the scenes stuff that people won't have seen. We had a staff meeting with the overlords. So that's all been happening. Plus, and anyone who knows me will laugh at this, because like I don't have enough to do. I actually spent a few days, it's been in my mind for a while, and it finally came to life. I've actually made a new game. It's not a new game like on the scale of Myth, like it's going to take loads of time to run. It's not a new game like Miles of Stitching, which obviously I monetized because people pay to do those routes, because you get rewards and I admin it and whatnot. This is, once it's set up, it's all you. It's all you. I don't have to do anything. If you like the concept. So if that's something you're interested in, if you like playing the games and the challenges and things like that, I have a new one coming. I know, I can't help myself. I get these ideas and I have to get it out of my system, and sometimes they take off and sometimes they don't. So I've got a handful of people who are test stitching this at the moment, with their own stitching, but they're testing the route and like testing how to play the game. I think they're quite excited about it. I know some of them watch these videos. So if you have played my new game or are playing my new game, and you're one of the very few people that has a test thing, by all means hit the comments and let people know whether or not you're having fun. It's very early days. Literally, we spent the first couple of days, I've had this idea, who wants in on it? And a couple of people went, me. And we chatted and we looked at the different ways that we could run it, that it could run rather. And then I tried it with just some test figures from my stitching for the month. And this is how I record my stitching for the month. My calendar. Yes, I have 2 calendars. So. But it works. One is for work. One is for stitching. The one I have for stitching, every year, my local group of stitchers, we go out for a Christmas meal. And we always do a Secret Santa. And I got, for 2 years in a row, I got one of these, a calendar just like this. To the extent that now I can't live without it. And I actually begged my Secret Santa this year, please get me my calendar. Please get me my calendar. And I did. And I was so happy. I know I get excited about stupid things. That's why you love me, or in some cases possibly love me in spite of these things. But yes, so I record my stitches. So I used my figures from the beginning of the month to test out my thing. And we were like, we need to change that and we need to change that. So we made those changes and it took a bit of time, but it is now running. I think we've got 5 things. And every time I say things, I know that's really vague and really evasive and annoying. But when I give you more information, if anybody wants more information about this new game, like I said, this one's not going to cost anything. I would love to monetize everything that I do, but I can't, obviously. So I'm going to let this run, maybe on the next Flosstube in 2 weeks. Or even, it's possible, I will be able to waffle about this enough to do a video specifically for this new thing, to give the details to anybody who wants it, basically. If you like challenges with your stitching and looking like you're getting somewhere and just having a bit of fun with it, it's going to be great. So I will tell you more about that in another video. Yeah, so not much stitching was done. I mean, my last few videos, let's have a look. What was my last? The last video, I'd done 9,000 stitches in those 2 weeks. The one before that, 5,000. Yeah, so 2,242 is a bit of a nosedive, but at the same time, life, new games, old games. It takes time. It takes time. I'm hoping I might be able to get a few stitches in tonight so that I can work on my new thing. That's the plan. So I'm hoping there will be more progress on Computer Wizard to show you. Where are we today? 27th of Friday. So the next video will be the 13th of March. Hopefully be some more stitching that I can show you then. That is the plan. And really, honestly, that is the only project that I've touched in these last 2 weeks. Rubbish stitching fortnight, to be honest with you. So yeah, the rest of it's just been work, so I will talk about that now. Since I saw you last, I have dyed Jingle All the Way fabric for the people who ordered extra advents, Elf fabric for people who ordered extra advents, the Muppets Christmas Carol hand-dyed threads for the people who ordered extra advents, and Die Hard hand-dyed threads for people who ordered extra advents. I also, as I mentioned earlier, dyed March's limited edition today. Early doors. You'd be surprised quite how much the fabrics change from when they're wet to dry. But looking at this one wet so far, I will know better tomorrow. And obviously we'll launch it to everybody on Monday. Yes, just checking the calendar. Monday the 2nd, that will be. So I will do a live video and post the link for anybody who wants to watch it go up live, and then put it on the website. I like all of my fabrics. I do. And I've said this lots of times on the lives, because if I didn't like them, I wouldn't release them, basically. Pretty wide ranging. It's only if something really doesn't work or really looks awful that I just don't release it. So if I release it, you know that I like it. But every now and again, a fabric comes along and I dye it and I go, oh my. And I'm really hoping this sticks to that initial. The sun's trying to come out. What's that about? That's because I said the weather was miserable. Now it's trying to get all bright and nonsensey on me. I'm really hoping March's colours look as fantastic dry as they do wet. It's not colours that I would normally put together, but I absolutely love it. I really, really do. Do you want to know the name of it? I think I did this last month as well, didn't I? Because the video at the end of January, excuse me, I need to cough, was on the last working day, so I knew I'd seen February's fabric, so I did do this. So I can tell you the name if you want. Don't forget, we're doing the Under the Sea theme. I'm so excited, and I'm really, really, oh, I hope this looks amazing when it's dry. I really do. It's gorgeous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the name. I'm going to say it once. So if you don't want to know, go la 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 for about 5 seconds. Count to 5, okay? So starting from, I'm going to wait for the timer to go over. Now it's seaweed. Love it. Okay, so people who were going la 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 la, get your 5 seconds. I'm not going to say it again. I've said it once. I don't know if people will have seen this one coming or not. I have had a few ideas for colours for future months. I haven't got the whole year planned out. I'm not going to pretend that I have, although the theme we've got is for the year. I haven't got every month planned out, but this one is gorgeous. Tune into the live on Monday to find out first how that looks. It's lovely. Really, really nice. Like I said, I like all of my fabrics, but every now and again, I think the ones that really stand out for me was when I did Pigeon. I love Pigeon. Pigeon is one of my favourites. It was for the Year of the Birds. And Pigeon is, because I know I'm going to get hounded about this, still, Pigeon is coming. It is coming to the website to join the permanent range. I just want to get rid of my Board of Doom first. And then Pigeon is coming. But Pigeon was one of those that I dyed it and I went, oh, that's nice, that's nice. And then when it dried, I went, oh my God, I'm in love. It's one of my favourites. One of the Retreat fabrics I did a few years ago, Retreat Rainbow, I think that was. That's another one, a real standout one that I proper fell in love with. So I'm hoping March's limited edition is just, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's one of those, I can't stop looking at it. I keep going to the kitchen, because that's where I dye and where my fabric dries. Is it still pretty? Yes. Oh, is it still pretty? So if you watch me over the weekend, tune in Monday to see it, because it's lovely. Anyway, so that's all the dyeing that I've done. I'm I'm a bit annoyed with myself because I know all the Advent stuff needs doing, but apparently, apart from the March colours, Advent stuff is all I've done in the last 2 weeks. So I need to get some order stuff done. Let me see. I will probably be dying part of next week. I've got orders for Silver Moon in. That'll be done next week. I will see if I can get the Sea Anemones done, which was the January limited edition. But I definitely have to dye next week because I've got retreat to go to on Saturday the 7th, the Southampton retreat. I'm the vendor for that, and I always do them an exclusive fabric and thread. So I rock up with that and my DMC shop to the Southampton retreat. It's not too far away from me. So I need to, what I do is I give people the pre-order for the fabric, the thread. They've already seen it, but they can pre-order it. So I need to get the orders done for that early part of next week, just in case anything goes wrong. Yeah, I haven't done as much dyeing as I wanted to do. 5 lots of dyeing is, I mean, it's not bad. It's better than the 2 weeks before that. I'm just having a look. Dyed, I did 4 the week before. 3 last week, last time, 4 weeks. It's actually pretty average, but I want to do more because else I'm never going to get rid of this border doom and get pigeon released and get the old stuff, this corner. Ugh. So I need to dye more. I know I do. The problem was, actually, that's not bad. 5 colours dyed. It's actually not bad because 2 of those were threads, which means they take longer to dry, which takes up the space for longer. But considering it was half term last week, that's actually not too bad now I think about it. However, where I've done an okay amount of dyeing, my new releases this week are this video are a little bit thin. I have been working on a couple of charts, but only one of them is actually finished and released, which is this one, which is a Jasmine Beckett Griffith chart sitting on a sunflower. And as you can see, it's full coverage. And it's lovely. And do you know what? Sometimes people love these fairies with the big eyes and the band across the eyes and the head and that. Some people love them, some people don't. Each to their own. You can't design stuff that everybody loves all the time. But I do love the colours in this one. The sunflower and all the yellows of the sunflowers and the little bee is just absolutely gorgeous. So that is the only chart I have released this week. But according to my trusty I must do all the things calendar, I was actually overdue because of a slow start at the beginning of the month and then half term and everything else. I was overdue to sewing days. So I got the sewing machine out and I went to town. The scissor cases that I have showed you in previous videos, I did a few more of those and they are now on the website. They went to my retreat at the beginning of February and people looked at them and liked them and were very happy with them. So I did a few more. I think I've got the stitching nailed down now, how I like it. So they are live on the website. And I should have got one out the drawer to show you if you hadn't seen them before. But I can put a picture on the website, from the website up. So that was those. They are live. And then I also was working on these, which I'm very happy with. I wanted something little, something easy, that would use my scraps of fabric and little pieces. I got given recently a whole bunch of fat quarters in loads of different styles, but the way I do my grime guards, the fat quarters aren't really very helpful. But for things like these, which are little, they're quite sturdy. There's no actual padding in them or anything, but they're pretty, not rigid, but they hold their own shape. These thread bins, but you can use them for whatever you want. whatever you want. Here, I've got a little pen here. Oh, look, it's a pen pot. Yes, my pen has a reindeer topper on it. It's a little one. Scissors. Scissors will fit quite happily, and they are freestanding. So there's this one that I did, that's one of the first ones that I did actually, in this crisscross grid shape. I've got this one as well, which was giraffes, and I did have to laugh because actually this was the second giraffe one that I did, but I realised the actual size of the giraffes, you don't see a whole lot. There's an upside down head. Oh, there's a neck, that's better. And they are inside as well. Oh, you've got a whole, practically a whole giraffe inside there. This was actually the first one that I did, and the fabric is sideways, as you can see. This one is not on the website. This one is actually being given away as a, I know it's a seconds, but you'll like it gift. And when I showed it to the person it's going to, she was like, oh, the giraffes are having to lie down. I was like, exactly that. But they're really cute. They're really cute. And this is actually the pot that I've used, look for, oh, you can't see them very well without them all falling out. The comments on the video, the last video I was on there for the giveaway. So yes, so we're working on directions of the fabric, but then we also have this one, which is using an offcut of the owl fabric that I used to have. And again, there's not, oh, there's that one's peeking out from the lip. What we got inside, but they're cute, they're colourful. Oh, you can almost see a whole one there. So with these little thread bins, these are on the website too, but I like that they're freestanding, and you can put anything you want in them. I think one of the pictures that I use on the website, I filled it up with clips, the clips that I use for my fabric when I'm sewing. That was cute. So they were done as well, but then I did put the sewing machine away and wait for it to come up on my calendar again. And I think that was about it for work. But like I said, I did have, like I said, half term last week, and it's always harder to get stuff done. I have a bit of childcare, but it's amazing how much difference it makes those couple of days when I don't have childcare. And my kids aren't even that young anymore. It's just the youngest one. I've always tried when he's around to, like, even if I can't die or be up here in the cabin, have the laptop down in the house and I can work on a chart or something. And he's just constant with the, can we do this? Can we do that? Can we go out in the park? Can we play a game? Can we do this? Guess what number I'm thinking of? I don't care what number you're thinking of now. Please let me get on with my work. But of course you can't say that to him, apparently. So yeah, he's very distracting. Never mind. Is what it is. Is what it is. So I have got a few things on here that didn't get done. Same as last month. It is what it is. Like I said, I had half term in there. Obviously there's stuff, this is today, so none of this has been marked off. So the stuff, Flosstube is done. Well, it will be by the time I finish the video. More will be done, but I didn't get all of it. But I did hit my sales target for the month, which I am obviously pleased about. I'm not going to go into actually what the figures were. I had a sales target. Actually, I had two, and I hit them both. So if you're one of the few people out there who knows about my sales targets, you can look forward to a good monthly sales meeting on Tuesday. Yeah, I hit my sales target, so that was good. Have to see if we can do it again in March. Always the goal. So that's all the work stuff. Now, I know why some of you are watching this. I know why. You don't care about my stitching. You don't care about KLT charting. You're just here for Jottertube. I know it. You can't lie to me. Do I have any notebooks to show you this week for Jottertube? Yes, I do. Sooner or later, there is going to be a video where I don't have a new notebook to show you. This is Flosstube number 6, and it hasn't happened yet, not since Jottertube was introduced, and it's not happening today. I have a new notebook. Did I buy a new notebook? No, I didn't. Was I trying to behave? Yes, I was. I'm really sorry. I've got a very itchy nose all of a sudden. Right. You people watching Jottertube are a bad influence. Last time it was Sam's gift, which was lovely. Today, well, it came yesterday to be fair, in the post. I was so happy. I was so surprised to get a stitch notebook from Nicola, who is my cousin, but she's also a stitcher, and I know she watches these videos. I'm so very happy. Thank you so much. It's gorgeous. And there is a little note on here. A little treat from your fellow notebook hoarder. Love you, Nick. Bad influence. I love it. I love it. You can be bad influences that don't care. So yes, we have a new notebook for Jottertube. Like so many, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I will put it over on my shelf until I find the perfect use. But I mean, I love Stitch. How gorgeous is that? It's just gorgeous. Oh. Thank you, Nicola. Very happy. I thought I had my back door bang and I thought, but no, nobody's appearing. So that is Jottertube for this month. How very exciting. And I think, looking at my list, that's everything except for the giveaway. So in my last video, I said I was doing a giveaway. Because at the KLT retreat in February, we did a raffle. I won this on the raffle, which I love and I think is gorgeous. But I decided to... I wouldn't stitch it. I just wouldn't. I haven't got the time. I'm working on the big beasts. It is lovely. Really, really lovely. So I am giving it away. All you had to do was comment on the last video. And your name is in my wonky giraffe pot, which will be emptied and, like I say, sent away, being given away. So, if you commented on the last video, your name is in here. Winning this gorgeous Happy Easter Leti Stitch? Leti Stitch? L-E-T-I Stitch. Leti Stitch? Leti Stitch. Kit. And it is gorgeous. Is... Beverly Brownwell. Congratulations, Beverly. This will be on its way to you just as soon as you send me a message to confirm your address, please. So, I know we have had contact in the past, so you can either send me a message on... I'm going to sneeze. Maybe that's why my nose has been itchy. Excuse me. Yes, the itch is gone. How annoying. Right, Beverly, I do apologise. So if you can either email me on Facebook Messenger or email me at kltcharting@gmail.com. Just to confirm your address, please. I know I did have an address for you at some point, but just in case you've moved. And I will get that sent out. I'm going to put that with that. I need a paper clip or something. I'll find a paper clip in a minute. And that was the other thing. See, sneezing reminded me. I did have a cold last week as well. Well, end of last week. Weekend, beginning of this week. It was fine. Powered through. I'm a woman. It's not very often a cold knocks me on my backside, but occasionally. But this one was alright. I kept going. So that's on its way. Giveaway dinner. Giveaway dinner? Giveaway winner. Done. I am going to write down though in case I lose that piece of paper. Beverly Bramwell. Congratulations again to you, Beverly. I will get that sent out. And I think that's it. 30 minutes and 12 seconds we're at so far. That's not bad. And actually, there's a bit that I'm cutting out in the middle. Hopefully, won't be too noticeable, but there is a little bit of editing to be done. So I'm going to do that now. And then I will get this uploaded this evening. I hope, if I've got time. And I will see you again in 2 weeks, which will be Friday the 13th of March. I would have been to the Southampton retreat. I would be happy to have seen everybody at the retreat. Super excited to see everyone. But also sad that that's over, because I do love the Southampton retreat. Such lovely people there. Really nice venue. Really, really lovely. And that'll be sad that one will be gone. But I will see you, yes, on the 13th. I'm waffling again. And I hope you're all well. Stay happy, stay safe. And I will see you all soon. Bye.